San Diego Comic-Con is upon us, and they're giving us further proof that Nine Inch Nails is the only reason Tron 3 is going to be saved. Nine Inch Nails, in fact, has come out with a limited edition vinyl. It's a 7-inch die-cut vinyl, and it has a unique shape that resembles different pieces of the suit that people wear in Tron. And they only have 2,500 of them at San Diego Comic-Con, and while I'm not there, I do have friends that are there, so I'm hoping that I'm able to get a copy of this to do an unboxing and share it with everyone here on my channel. But this is just further proof to me that Tron's just not going to be that good. I mean, I think if they thought it was going to be great, or if they thought Jared Leto was one of the main aspects of it, they would have him there at San Diego Comic-Con. But instead, they've got Nine Inch Nails doing vinyl cuts, and they have a Tron booth that looks really cool, and you can get on the bike and stuff like that. But Jared Leto, he's nowhere to be seen. And apparently, this movie, people have been wanting a Tron 3 for years, because we all know that Tron Legacy and the Daft Punk soundtrack, it's goated. People love that. I love it. Like, that's kind of how I got into Tron, and also how I got into Daft Punk a bit too. So, like, that movie, it's like the treasure planet almost of, like, live action movies, where, like, if you know about it, you love it. If you don't know about it, you're like, I kind of vaguely know about it, but not enough to really have a conversation about it. But then once someone's like, oh yeah, Daft Punk, you're like, oh, I'll definitely watch it or something. So this time around, you would think, hey, we know people love this, and they've been asking for it for a while. And apparently, Jared Leto's been attached to this film for a long time, and the film just didn't get made for forever, which is like crazy, but also kind of smart at the same time. I think maybe he got attached before all his terrible movies, like, which is, you know, when was that? When was there a good Jared Leto movie in the last 5-10 years? Hard to say. But maybe after Morbius came out, or maybe even before then, maybe during the Suicide Squad era of Jared Leto, people at Disney were like, maybe we don't have him do Tron, because he's not that good, or he's not being that well received by audiences. And so maybe they just like tried to have some sort of expiration date approach to where they could get him off of it, and then maybe it just didn't happen. And maybe Jared Leto said, hey, I really want to do this movie. We've got it in a contract. We're going to kind of make it happen. Kind of like how Will Smith is Deadshot in the Suicide Squad, but they weren't able to recast him. Like, that was in his contract, so they had to come up with Bloodsport for Idris Elba to come in. Something like that, I think, maybe was in the works, or in this contract that maybe Jared Leto signed to do Tron 3. But regardless, Tron 3's got to happen. And I think Disney did a pretty smart move by saying, if we can't get Daft Punk because, you know, they're retired, let's get another band that can bring in some hard-hitting electronic music and that has a big following that can maybe save the movie, or we can make some money off of here or there. And they landed on Nine Inch Nails. And I think that's definitely paying off, because this line, to just go to the booth, I don't even know if they have vinyl still, is crazy. This line is from this morning. So they're going to run out of these vinyls. They're also selling the vinyls online, not in the shape that we have here, but just like on their website, you can buy, 2 different vinyls that is a soundtrack. And getting the soundtrack early, that would be a pretty cool thing for San Diego Comic-Con, because it's not coming out until September. The movie's coming out in October. So if you're able to snag yourself one of these vinyls, congratulations. Like, you have access to music that no one else really does. And, you know, we might see leaks, or someone might upload it to YouTube or rip it from the vinyl in some way. But, I mean, if I had it, I'd just be like, that's cool. I got that. I'd listen to it. I actually have a couple vinyls. I need to buy a vinyl player. Since I moved to Vegas, I don't have one. But if I got it, I would definitely buy a vinyl player. But this is a really cool marketing aspect, I think, from Nine Inch Nails. Like, they know people want the music. They know people want the movie. And I think doing this cool, unique shape, especially at San Diego Comic-Con, is obviously a great way to generate buzz. Like I said, look at this line. It's crazy. So what's going to happen after this? Well, I think we're just going to see that Nine Inch Nails, maybe they do another exclusive drop, or they do something else exclusive wise, maybe like a different t-shirt, or hell, if they did like a cool little Tron figure or something like that, that'd be pretty dope too. Maybe a pop-up event where you can take photos like with a Tron bike, kind of like what they have at San Diego Comic-Con, but just different pop-up events kind of closer to when the soundtrack drops, or maybe at some of the movie theaters when it gets closer to that. I don't think Trent Reznor or any of the other band members are going to be like doing meet and greets per se, but I mean, if they end up kind of being the face of this movie and less so Jared Leto, then maybe Disney will kind of push for that, because that's the only thing that's kind of at San Diego Comic-Con right now, and it seems to be doing pretty well. But what do you guys think? Again, do you think Jared Leto is going to ruin this movie, or do you think Nine Inch Nails is saving it? Or do you think it's just going to be mid overall? The first song from the soundtrack, As Live As You Need Me to Be by Nine Inch Nails, is available now for you to stream and listen to. So if you haven't heard that yet, go check it out. Come back and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace.